Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. It is cold, but it's a balmy, warm 25 degrees here tonight.
Balmy warm.
I almost had to, well, put on a coat.
Well, you've not yet.
I try not to stay out long enough to need a coat. I just run out to feed and water Abby about 3 or 4 times a day. That's the key, is keeping water. And you don't want to give them much, just give them what they're going to drink, and then feed them often. I do. It's my way of dealing with it. Looky here, what Mama's up to. Mama, talk them through. I'm going to open up some tomato juice.
All I've got in this kettle is 1 big potato and 1 onion, and the broth off of that steak that we had left.
And this is our 3rd meal out of that. I'm proud of us.
And then I've got this 12-ounce bag of frozen steaming bag of vegetables, and I've steamed them.
Oh, did you steam them first?
Yeah, so that they wouldn't, it all be about done at the same time.
That looks like the beef stew we just had the other night so far.
Oh, it don't have carrots in it.
And do I need to do some carrots? I got big carrots in there.
Well, there's a lot of carrots in here. I want to see what this looks like.
Ain't enough, Mama. Ain't enough. I vote for more carrots.
Okay, now this is a 12-ounce bag of frozen vegetables.
Carrots are one of my favorite things.
I got it hot. And they're pretty.
Oh, they're beautiful. Look at that.
They look like the picture on there for sure.
And here comes the tomato juice. Look at that rich deliciousness. I didn't put the whole can. We'll see what we got there.
Okay, now you just have to.
We need more carrots. You'll hand me them baby carrots. I'll process them out
You'll
here.
have to cut them little so they'll get done.
Yes, ma'am. I will. Did I do that? No, Mama. It was all me. Look at this meat we have left.
Put it in there. I'll put it back over there. I'll reach that out so that flavor.
This meat, which y'all know I done trimmed the fat off and all that. I'm just going to cut it up in little big chunks. But it was so tender and so good Sunday, and it was so good in the beef stew. And now it's going to be so good as a little flavoring in this here beef vegetable. This is all the meat it's going to have, so it's mostly vegetable. This is just going to be, can y'all see what I'm doing? This is just going to be a little touch of extra for your spoon if you want. We just didn't want to waste it, and it will add tons of flavor. Mama, what seasoning have you already put in there?
I put salt in my potatoes and onions, and I've sprinkled a little bit of pepper. So a little pepper.
Now this meat is cold out of the refrigerator. You can see how tender it still is. Into the pot it goes.
Well, there, it looks really pretty just like it is. I think it's got enough carrots, Johnny. Then they won't get done in time unless I put them in the microwave.
Well, we'll put them in the microwave. I want a few more carrots, Mama. I'm hard to get along with. You know that. I love fresh carrots in soup. Don't want pork and beans though. My daddy used to. How about some elbow macaroni, Mama?
Throw a little bit in there.
We can put these carrots in there with them. Now we can cook our carrots. How does that sound to you, Mama? We usually put elbow macaroni, but here lately we've not been. We've just been doing tomato juice and a little bit of vegetables and some kind of flavoring. But we've always, my whole life, always put elbow macaroni. My dad, he claimed that Granny, he didn't start doing this after she passed away. But he claimed that Granny used to put pork and beans in hers. And he got it in his head he wanted pork and beans in it. Well, we fixed it that way one time, thinking, what can a little navy bean do? And, well, I tell you what it can do. It can ruin your soup. I just didn't care for it. And it just changed something dramatically in it that I didn't like. Mama didn't like it. So from then on, we would have to fix him some and then us some because he wanted pork and beans. And every time we got a chance, we'd forget to do it. And he would didn't used to put pork and beans in it. And if he fussed too much, we'd put him out some and fix him some. But I've never had anything so simple as a pork and bean added to soup that changed the flavor of something so much and the texture of it to make me not want it even. So that was one thing I recommend you don't ever add to your soup. And I love pork and beans. We eat them as a side. Mama Sue posted earlier about it. And I thought, yeah, we eat those as a side. And we eat them out of the can. I don't know if it's a southern thing or if y'all doing it all over the whole world. Are you guys doing that too? Eating pork and beans? Don't put them in your soup. You'll mess it up. You'll mess it up. Mama said so too. And I don't think my granny done it. Daddy made her.
Yeah, she done it.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I've eaten her soup my whole life, though, and I never did.
Well, she knows we didn't like it, so she didn't put it in it much. At least
Oh, well, maybe that was the case, but I said Daddy. I never remember Granny put, well, she used to.
Yeah, she's put it in it before.
These little carrots will taste so good in there.
I think you've got enough.
And I just love them. Mom's been anti-carrot tonight.
We're going to have carrot soup like you
Oh, my goodness. Here we
like
go.
you had carrot sauce.
Oh, Mama. Oh, Mama. Let's not go down the carrot slaw path. Now, look at the little dab macaroni you're going to give us. She's so
That will make
stingy.
us-
She don't want us to eat hardly anything. She's thinking that's enough macaroni?
It is.
Mama.
I'll put one more little handful. Get them carrots in there so I get that enough.
Don't you want us to have nothing good?
We're spilling
You
half.
made me drop them and Maggie in here to clean them up. Maggie would eat a carrot. Now, I gave Abby, she played with it, but she never did eat it. So I don't think she would be a carrot connoisseur. Do y'all know how much I love a simple little vegetable soup like this? I look forward to it, like a steak dinner or something. I love vegetable soup. And it being 24 degrees, it's a good night for it. It's been a good week for it. And I'll have it for lunch tomorrow. Because I will be here, I'm thinking. Because we're still snowed in. It has officially turned into a hostage situation here. Because I'm not able to leave. I'm literally being held here against my will.
I don't think it's against your will.
It is, Mom. My will is that I could get out and run around if I want to. Now, I don't have nowhere to go. But if I wanted to go, I want to go. But now, I can't go. Because the roads are so slick. And with the snow, it did melt a little bit today. But as soon as the sun went down, it refroze. I put Abby some water out there earlier, and it had got a film over it of ice. What I do, I put her water in her bowl, her regular bowl up front. Now, Abby has a huge bucket of water in the front normal days. And it's right by the spigot, and every time I go out there, it stays full to the brim all the time. That's her reserve water, I call it. She has a bowl of water in the back at all times. So during this cold spell, I've implemented bowl 3. So she has the front, and it freezes over. I go out and break it up. She has her bowl, and I just put it 20 ounces. She drinks about half of that, not hardly. I leave it, then I dump the ice out, and I put 20 more ounces of fresh. About 3 or 4 times a day. She drinks what she wants. I dump the extra out. So last night, when I fed her, I don't ever feed her food, but I'll give her some water too. So I went and gave her water. Well, it froze over. So instead of dumping it out, I put a little bit on top of it to see if she was thirsty this morning. And then I started bowl 3. And bowl 3 sits on the steps as soon as you go out the door. And she can come there and drink, and then I bring that bowl in and out. It ain't going to freeze over. So then I take her fresh water to her other bowl. Is that crazy? Maybe. But she's going to have fresh water 24/7. So that's what we're doing now. But she's out there playing in the snow, and it almost dark. I give her a good talking to. I said, girl, I'm out here feeding you to warm you up. She wasn't even interested in the food. But I guess she was like, you fed me 3 times today. I'm pretty good.
She was laying in the bed when I checked on her just a little while ago.
And she's out in the snow playing. And I said, the sun's going down. You better get that little self in here and get this food ate and crawl up in this bed and let me tuck you in. See, last night she let me tuck her in. And I felt real good about it. Because what I did is I had fluffed all of her straw. She got in there because she was just being nosy. She wasn't doing it to be good. And then I took all the other straw and I pushed it up over the door and had her good. And then she stuck her little head out to say goodnight. And I was like, get your head back in there, girl. And she was like, and that was just her and all that straw. So she had a real good warm bed last night. So tonight before I go to bed, I'll go out and try to tuck her in again if she'll let me. But I tried this morning, first thing. I thought, she'll come in this morning because it was cold. It was like 2. She come running up those steps to get her rawhide and her breakfast and her treat and would not come in that door. And we go, come in here and get it. I wouldn't give it to her till after, I couldn't even lure her in with it. So, she's done fine. She's done fine. When I go out in the morning, she's already made loops in the snow. So she's not cold. I don't know how. Maybe she's part husky. What you cooking up there, Mom?
The carrots and macaroni set to get done.
Oh, she's got that in the microwave. So that's my story. That's my Abby update. Hey, John and Mama, that's sweet. Alabama. Friend, you from Alabama? Did you get a new puppy? Susan Swanger, I'm about to claim her. The day after Christmas, she showed up on a guy at my coworker's porch, and he had a puppy ordered. One of them poodle doodles or something. I don't know. Golden doodles. Something he had ordered. And he couldn't have, a stray dog running around in the house with a golden doodle roodle coming home. Anyhow, he had posted on Facebook something about anybody's dog. Well, then I went back and done a little research, and the park had already posted it a week before that. And so Abby had been at the park, and then he lives behind the park. She had come to his house. So I said, did you get you a new dog? Because I figured, well, he'll keep that baby. And he said, I would keep her, but I've ordered one, and And I said, well, if the owners claim her, of course, but I said, if not, you can bring her over at my house. He said, how about this afternoon? I got that other puppy coming, and my wife's afraid for her to be here because I don't know if she's had shots or not. Still don't know. I said, sure, bring her over to the house, but if the owner comes, we'll just foster her for a while. Well, it's been way over a long time. There ain't nobody coming. She never had a collar. I really believe, and I'm not trying to be mean, I really believe as hyperactive as she is, maybe she was, I don't think she's ever been in a house, but maybe she was kept up. That's the reason she won't come in now. I thought maybe she'd never been in a house, but then I got to thinking maybe she was housed up. I don't know, but she's so hyperactive and as much chewing as she's done. Maybe someone's like, we can't take this no more. And they took her to the park or somewhere and let her out. I don't know. I don't know the whole story. I don't know the whole situation. So anyhow, we've kept her since the day after Christmas, the 26th of December. So I'm about to say nobody ain't coming. I'm about to declare that she's with us. And she can stay here with us forever. Because we don't ever not keep a pet. We've lost some pets, but we've never not kept one. Anyway, she's the sweetest thing on this earth. Mama worries about her too. Mama's going to go and check on her right now. Not out, just go to the window. But she's the sweetest little thing ever. And when she meets me in the morning, that big smile on her face and that tail wagging. So yeah, we're about to claim her as our Susan. But I wish she would come in. I really did. It would nothing would please me more. I would give her a bath, spray some smell good on her. Maggie always hated that. It's essential oils. She hated that smell good. She didn't get much of it, but she hated what she did get. Yeah, I'm going to take her to the vet, get all that workup done, have her all of her stuff done. And give her just.
She's out there walking around. She ain't got her bed yet.
The sun has been down. It's cold. It's 24 now. And she's having her best life. There's a street light right there. So all night she's out. I can look out my bedroom window and see out there. I'll hear her out there running in the snow. I mean, it's cold. She is not afraid of the snow, is she, Mama?
No, she must love it.
If you can see the backyard, it looks like a racetrack. I mean, we didn't have snow for me to look at before. I thought she's just laying in her bed, and just taking it. No, she's never still. There's the whole fields, the yard, everything is just where she's running. And when I give her a rawhide, do you think she takes it to her warm bed and lays down and chews on it? She takes it out to the same place she always takes it when there is no snow and lays out there under that maple tree and chews on it a while in the snow. I should have named her Freezy or Icicle. I tell you, somebody who's not been laying in the snow and hasn't. Look here. Look at this. I want to show you.
Oh.
Look at that outfit. Is that little woman right there? She has laid in her bed. Hey, Mama, that might be hot.
I know it might be.
She's laid in her bed all day with her electric throw on high, watching Murder, She Wrote. I'm working home. Huh?
That ain't cooked good on her.
I'm working at home, and I'm keeping a close eye on her. I'm working at home because of the weather. I don't think she likes me being here. Because when I come through to get my coffee or something, I'll say, "What are you doing?" I ain't doing nothing. But let me tell you a little story about this. This is a true story, and she'll come over here and deny it just as sure as she's standing there. I've been home. I was off Monday, worked home Tuesday, worked home today. She's hardly struck a lick at a snake. She has not offered to climb nothing.
I did today.
I was in the office. I don't know what she's done. Anyhow, my point is, I've caught her most of the day sitting in her recliner, in her throw, enjoying the snow, and that's fine. I'm not fussing about that. But if I were going to leave here tomorrow, which I don't think I can, and go 60 or 70 miles away and I called her at lunch, what are you doing? I'm just piddling around. That's the code I use when she's up to something. I'd come home and she would have been climbing and I would have done this and I'm like, Mama, why do you wait till nobody's here to do those kind of things? When we was under remodeling, if the guys didn't work, well, she'd be all over the place. If they did work, I didn't do much. When people are here is when you do all those life-changing things of running. She does that. It's like, I don't want anybody to catch me. I think that's what it is. Are you all that way? Some of you people who are Mama's generation, do you wait till you're home alone to risk your life where nobody could call for 911? Well, I'm going to tell you, if you've got children, they worry. And if you're going to do it, they'd rather you just do it when they're there as to wait till everybody's gone. I'll call Mama sometimes. No answer. Well, of course, the first thing I think is she has fallen off a stepladder or off the countertops. Then I'll call again. No answer. I'll call the house phone. Sometimes she answers then and sometimes not. But when I do get to talk to her, I'll say, Mama, you worried me too. I laid that phone in there by my chair and I didn't even hear it. I said, well, you've given me 30 heart attacks. I'll tell you the worst thing she did. Well, she really didn't do it. It wasn't her. When the guys were here working, we've got a fire alarm that's hooked up to the alarm system, smoke alarm. And they really weren't doing anything. It's very sensitive, and I'm very glad it is sensitive. But I left her that morning, and Mama will burn candles occasionally. If it's a holiday or at night, she'll burn them and she'll put them on a glass thing or something. But not a whole lot. When I left that morning for work, she was having a seance in the living room. There was 2 different candles lit on the coffee table. And I said, what are you doing, having a seance? No, I just thought I would light those candles, she said. So I'm setting the stage here. They were hanging up trim. Since I was gone, they were hanging up trim in my office. What they had done was we had trim around the windows, and Mama always kept curtains in there. Well, I didn't want curtains in there because I've transitioned into an office. So I told them to get that trim like this over here on this door, and you'll see. And that's what they put around the windows in the office, and they put up blinds. So no need for curtains, just the trim and blinds. And that's all they were doing, but they were using an air gun, right?
Air compressor, yeah.
Air compressor. No smoke, no fire. So I get to my office, which is 35 miles from here at that day, and my phone makes this weird noise and it says, alert, alarm, sounding, fire alarm, hallway at our address. Immediately, my mind went to the seance, to the candles. I thought, Mama has knocked that candle over or something. Or maybe, yeah. I call her cell phone, no answer. I called her cell phone again, no answer. Third time, Mama, call, no answer. I called the house phone, no answer. Didn't even go to voicemail. No answer the third time. By now, they need to be calling the paramedics for me at the office. I'm in full...
The reason I couldn't answer you,
Here she goes with excuses.
I couldn't hear it, and I was on the phone
Tell them, Mom.
with the security person to tell her it was all right.
But how did I know that?
Well, I couldn't hear the phone for all that alarm going on.
My alarm was going off in my pocket. I already had the house in flames. Mama tracked, hollering, "Help, I'm falling and I can't get up." The whole scenario was playing over in my head. I knew there was no way I could get 35 miles that quick. And it dawned on me, call one of the guys. I had to find their number. All this is going on during an active heart attack on my part. I got him on the phone. This is where it starts to get a little funny. I said to him, "Hey, I just got an alarm that there's a fire. Are you in the house?" Because they could have been
He was
anywhere.
outside, reason he heard his phone. He had just stepped out back for something.
What's your life? I said, "Are you in the house? Is Mama started a fire?" And he says, "I don't reckon. I was just in there and she hadn't started no fire." I said, "Could you run and see? Because I just got an alarm." And he said, "Yeah." So he comes through and he says, "You ain't started no fire." And I can hear her say, "No, it was that alarm." And she was on the phone with the alarm company telling them it was a false alarm. But there was no smoke, Mama said. No nothing
Oh,
to
it
indicate.
was a fumes like
But that compressor was sitting in there and it was coming off and on, off and on. So anyhow, that happened not long ago. She keeps me on edge like that sometimes. And when I got her on the phone, she said, "Well, I couldn't help it. I couldn't hear my cell phone and I was talking to the alarm people." I said, You've given me a heart attack." And she said, "Well, I can't help it.
I couldn't help it.
I didn't set it off tonight. I was just trying to get it turned off. I didn't know you was over there panicking." Ain't that what you said?
Yep. Because she said, "I'll cut the alarm off." I said, "What time did they leave?" So she cut it off.
So my whole point and the whole story is, when I'm away,
The cat.
the mouse will play. When I'm here, she's as good as a kitten. She just lays around and does her thing, reads a book, watches TV, and I'm like, "Won't you act that way when I'm not here?" Because I know what she does. I bet she goes, "He's gone. Time for me to start some construction." Because I come home and catch all this stuff redone. I'm just glad she's able to be as mean as she is. And this is the part right here. Look at that face. Look at that face. She absolutely delights in it. She loves nothing more than to get me all tore up.
Oh.
And always she says, "You worry too much. That's your problem."
Yeah.
Don't
It's
you,
a
Mama?
good thing
Mama,
you
what
didn't
are
have
you
kids.
wearing? What is that? That is a coat?
No, that's a shirt.
Oh. I hadn't seen that in a spell.
Well, I don't wear it except when it's dead cold in the winter.
And it's got a hood on it. Wear the hood tonight for us.
I
You look like Yoda.
Yoda. Oh.
How's the
That
soup
little thing.
coming?
It's coming slow. Somebody had to have carrots and macaroni and it's not done. So I was going to eat fast and now we can't.
Well, how much longer does it take? You microwaved it for 2 hours.
I didn't do it. It just wouldn't cook in it. Macaroni just laid there.
It never did boil, did it?
Uh-uh.
Well, it'll be better for it, Mama. You want to tell me any other stories,
No,
huh?
I'll tell some on you maybe.
Look, there ain't nothing to tell on me. I'm always good.
Oh my goodness.
When's the last time I done anything to upset you?
You just sitting there talking about me right then and me here. It's like I wasn't even here.
Well, you act like we're never here. You won't speak to us. You was over there, not talking to us, being your usual not
I
talking
was
self.
cooking.
Well, now you're through and you're ready to talk.
No.
Mom, I can't wait for this soup.
Well, you're going to have to now.
It don't take macaroni 12 minutes.
Well, it's took it a lot longer than that. It ain't doing that.
Yeah, it'll be right done right now in a minute. What are y'all having tonight? And what's your comfort food? Have you had all the usuals? We had, pretty much we've hit them all. We had chili. We've done that in the big electric skillet.
That's last week.
But we had it. We had beef stew. It was good. Mama said it made her sick that night.
I think it's the onions. I put a big yellow. I put onions in this one too, though.
But it's later, Mama. And now we've had homemade soup. We've hit the big three. That's the big three.
I ain't had no chili this week. You ate that leftover.
We're probably gonna have chili again, she says, and that's fine with me. And potato soup. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna have to. Y'all, some of y'all remember. Some of y'all are on here and you remember. And I seen it today and it made me madder and far again. Really?
What made you mad or far?
I'm not speaking to you, Mama.
Salmon patties.
No. You know what you never had ever have fixed me, and they were all talking about it, and you claimed I used to make that. I just quit.
I don't know what that is.
They remember. I guarantee you. Some of y'all on here remember. Mama said she used. One of y'all was having it one night. Potato and pea soup.
Oh, that's with new potatoes and new peas and put thickening in it.
And I said, we've never had that. That sounds.
Oh, you used to have it all the time when you was little.
And y'all were talking about how good it is. And I said, I've never had that. And Mama said, yeah, you have.
Yeah, you have.
And I said, Mama, I don't remember it.
Like
And you said, I used to fix it all. I said, why'd you quit? And you said, I just did. And me here sitting here deprived my whole adult life.
Oh, bless its little heart.
Me sitting here deprived my whole adult life of having potato and pea soup. So I seen it
It's
today.
just potato soup with peas in it.
I seen it today. Somebody was having it, and I thought, Mama never did fix that. She promised us that she said, well, I'll fix it. I thought about it today, and I thought that would be a good little soup to have, since I've never had it as long as I can remember. And Mama claims she fixes it all the time back then. So I'm thinking I may start nudging her on that one. Mama, what about that potato pea soup? I don't have to have a lot. I just wanted to say I've had it. Because y'all was talking about how good it was. And I thought, I've never had that. I never even heard of potato pea. Split pea, but never potato. I think it was called potato and pea thickening, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was new peas and new potatoes. In the garden, we'd have them, and you just put cream and butter and thick.
Now, Mama, I remember, and you've not fixed this in years too, it's one of them you just quit. I remember every summer we used to have what you call peas and thickening, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the same thing.
And it was so good. Peas and but no potatoes. But you always called it potato and pea soup, weren't you?
I thought that's the only way I fixed it.
Anyhow, I want to start on her again about having that. But I love peas and thickening. We didn't have that in a while, but we've not grown on peas. I think some of this stuff that Mama made or has made in the past and has quit is due to her gardening. In the past, she had new potatoes and new peas, so she always planted peas, she always planted potatoes, corn. These are just some things. Mama used to always have Silver Queen corn, and then we would always have what was that other cream and? Peaches and cream corn.
Yeah, Daddy loved that.
And we always had peas. We always had okra. We always had corn of different, those two varieties of corn. You always had cucumbers, and not so much anymore. And so when new peas would come in and new potatoes, that's probably when she fixed it. And since you don't have new peas anymore, you don't fix it.
I used to put the Alaska, what was it called, Alaska peas. You shelled them.
Come in this room, Mama. Come on
And
in here.
then the other peas, the salad peas, I plant them too.
This snap peas, wasn't they?
Not snap. The little salad peas he'd eat hull and all. And the others
Yeah,
you
what aren't
hull.
those called snap?
No, I don't know what they're called. I just.
They're called something snap peas.
And then the others you hull them. My aunt and them used to plant big gardens, great big gardens, and we'd go out there and sit on the porch with hull peas forever. Seems like helping her get them all done.
Mama used to always plant cabbage. Remember that one year, right before Daddy got sick, before he started before he stopped going to the garden. Remember that year you had them beautiful cabbages, and he hadn't helped you with them or done nothing.
He was going to pick them up and move them.
And he said, "You got you some pretty cabbages there. You got you." Now watch your butterfly, watch her go. You got you some pretty cabbages there, he said, but they're just way too close. He said, what we need to do is take out of every third one, or at least
Every other one, he said.
every other one, or at least every third one. Mama said, I'll tell you what you do. You mess with my cabbages, and that won't be the only head laying in the garden. And he said, well, I'm just trying to tell you how to raise some pretty cabbages. They were beautiful
He
cabbages.
said, watch me.
They were beautiful cabbages. But he was telling Mama, and he said she had them too close. Well, they, when they grow, they do get almost touching. But he said that was too close. So Mama said, you mess with my cabbages, and it won't be the only head left laying in the garden. I'm telling you right now.
He never touched them. Like
He was scared to death, Mama. You could just see it all over him.
He wanted to survive.
As he throwed his hands and went, oh, whatever. That was what he would do. Oh, whatever. It was always fun with Daddy. He would always tell you what you should have done or could have done. He always had a plan, didn't he, Mama?
Yeah.
And Mama used to raise, and this was years ago, pumpkins every year. We had
Beets,
a
I
pumpkin
had everything.
patch. Beets. We even tried to raise cantaloupe.
Yeah, they didn't do too.
And
I've raised broccoli and cauliflower.
broccoli,
I
cauliflower.
wouldn't do cauliflower no more.
No, and sweet potatoes every year. You raised sweet potatoes this year?
A few in them beds, remember?
Yeah, I really remember that. But it was big gardens full of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One year, Mama had 3 gardens and a patch of strawberries, separate. And that was the year she claimed she was going to cut way back, and she ended up with 3 gardens, big gardens.
I used to work.
It's too much, Mama. But we had some good victuals. Had some good victuals, didn't we? And we still do. But now you got to realize, for us anyway, now some of y'all probably won't be able to relate to this, but in our little town, you could get produce, and it was fresh-ish, it was just store-bought produce, but there wasn't that much variety. You had cabbage and and lettuce, and you might get occasionally some leaf lettuce. You normally had carrots at the grocery.
Now that's something I've raised, but I've never had really good luck because our ground is more clayey instead of real sandy. You need real soft sandy ground for carrots. They wouldn't grow pretty.
Ours always turned ugly, but we ate them. But I guess we had the necessities in our produce department in our little local stores here. They kept the necessities, but you wouldn't find all the greens and all the mushrooms and all that stuff in our produce back then. You either grew it or you just done the bare necessities. Now, things that Mama was growing, like cauliflower in our stores was just an occasional thing. It wasn't like you could always get cauliflower. Broccoli, they usually kept a little broccoli, a stem or two in it, Mama.
Yeah, but things that cauliflower, you've got to put the leaves over it and cover it Cause you want pretty white, and if you don't, it makes it yellow if the sun hits it.
But now when I go to Food City,
They've got everything.
I could just go and spend all day at the produce section. And that mist coming out and the leaves. It's so pretty and fresh. And I always come home with a bunch of produce. So you didn't have those options to do. So now Mama's probably would still grow more stuff, but we can get corn on the cob pretty reasonable here. And we have a farmer's market now. We never had a farmer's market before. So we've come up in...
Taste of that macaroni. I don't want any mushy, but I want it.
We've come up in our varieties. Mom, you want to put some of those tomatoes in there?
I don't think so right now.
Okay.
We'll add it.
Yeah, we have a few more varieties for some produce that we didn't always have. Mama, what'd you put in this?
Salt and pepper, tomatoes, carrots, macaroni, vegetables, potatoes, and onions. Why?
The macro noodles are done.
They're done, I think.
Yeah, but let's put some seasoning.
Oh, you and your seasoning.
Well, I mean, you know what I say, Mama. Only season stuff that you want to taste good. I think what happened is the macaroni eat up all your seasoning. So let's put a little Southern Secret in it. And maybe a dash more salt. I don't want you to oversalt it. Why don't you grind some of that pink Himalayan or something? You don't want too much bad salt. It's a little bit, needs a little bit of seasoning. The carrots, I don't know why you put them carrots in there, they're a little hard.
Are they hard?
Not really. But that was a frozen one.
No, the frozen was real tiny and they were cooked.
That one was soft. The first one had a little al dente crunch to it. Didn't hurt a thing though.
Al dente crunch.
Did you put a little seasoning?
Yeah, I put some of that, some more salt, put the lid on it, let it cook.
And I'll fill mine full of black pepper when I get over on the table.
That's a good idea.
So y'all probably said it and I didn't see it. What y'all eating? John is pleased. He is so truthful. That's good. Loretta, I want it to be good and it didn't have the season. It probably did before you put the macaroni in there and them carrots, but it just needs a touch more, a little bit of or a little bit of onion and garlic from this y'all's secret blend.
You want some tea? I want to get me some tea.
You got any decaf?
Uh-huh.
If you do.
Yeah. Or you got coffee?
I've got coffee, but I'll take a little bit. I ain't gonna turn down no tea. So what are y'all eating? Carrots like forever to get that tender in the... They do, Dorothy. They do take forever, don't they? Mama was right. It's a little... It could have boiled another 5. She'll mention it when she comes over. Them carrots ain't quite done. I just love carrots in soup. I love carrots in soup. I love all vegetables in soup. And I just love that tomato and all that. Now, I didn't used to like soup. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with kids? I didn't used to like soup. Mama says soup and I will. I love it now. Maybe bouillon. Agnes, that's what it needs. Probably some bouillon. I usually put a bouillon or something in mine, a beef bouillon. But when she adds a little salt and a little bit of that Southern Secret, it'll be fine. Love meatloaf. Gloria, I love meatloaf too. Used to, meatloaf was my favorite meal. And if it was my birthday, we was having meatloaf, peas, and mashed potatoes. And that was always my favorite meal. And as I got older, roast became my favorite meal. Roast, mashed potatoes, green beans, all that. And that probably is still one of my top favorite meals. But I love a good pork chop too. If I had to pick an absolute favorite, though, it would be a good Sunday roast with mashed potatoes, green beans, a good slice of onion, some garden fresh tomato, and a good hot piece of cornbread. That would be my favorite meal. Mama claims she ain't got a favorite, but then sometimes I think she does. I believe her favorite is pork chop or chicken tenders.
As long as I've got potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. That's it. Is your favorite pork chops or chicken tenders?
I guess the chicken or the beef roast. I can eat pork roast pretty good, but
I don't care for pork roast near as much as I do pork chops. So you like chicken tenders better, or pork or beef roast?
beef roast and tenders.
She's
I can eat tenders more often than I can the other.
The reason she likes chicken tenders, I think, the best is because there's usually not onions, and they're usually they don't bother her.
Does that look all right?
It looks all right. It looks delicious, ready to go.
Well, there you go.
What do you think?
Yes, it looks pretty good.
She thinks it looks pretty good. She thinks it does.
Oh, it's not.
Oh. I think it's good too, Mama.
I get enough of the
You did.
secret.
That's what it needed. It needed that little. I could tell you had seasoned it, but macaroni is hard to season. It absorbs a lot of that. You ready to bless it, Mama?
Yes.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful meal. We thank you for these precious hands that prepared it. Lord, we need to pray for the nourishment of our bodies. Watch over us. Lead and guide and direct us to the Lord. Put a hedge of protection on everyone on the roads and the first responders and all those that are having to work out in this, dear Lord. And Lord, we just pray that you'll be with each and every person gathered here tonight. Dear Lord, you know the needs, you know the hurts, and you know the prayer requests. Dear Lord, we just pray that you'll touch each and every one in your time and your will and your glory. In your precious name we pray and ask these things. Amen.
What'd you do?
I don't know, Mama. It might have been the set out of your ring.
I don't have no rings on this thing.
You know what I think it was? That blade shield off of a knife.
Oh, that's enough. I want some juice.
Mama, look here. Great minds think alike. I'm fishing out some right now.
That's enough now. Thank you.
You sure it's enough?
Uh-huh.
You taste of it and tell us what you think. You the one.
Carrot soup.
You know what I like to have? A carrot cake.
A carrot cake. A carrot cake.
A carrot cake.
You're just wanting spicy carrot cakes.
I'd settle for a spice cake, cream cheese icing.
Ooh, we need that.
It's probably been that skillet on that stove.
I know it's something got it too hot.
We've had the awfulest trouble. Everything comes out of that easy bake and everything comes off that stove is hot.
Whew,
And Mama's worried about it.
it's too hot for your tongue.
I bet it's where it's been in that kettle over there boiling.
Mm-hmm. Lift it up, let her get to it.
That's the reason we put a little in our bowl and we stir around with it. Time that cools down, it'll be good to eat. Somebody said you probably should put bouillon in here. You know, I usually put a little bouillon.
I use bouillon, but I had the broth off of that meat.
You did put bouillon in it?
No, I do if I don't have.
Oh, there's the difference.
I put.
Mama, enjoy them carrots.
I had the bouillon out, but I had enough broth off that meat that it would had it colored brown, so I didn't put none
Mmm.
in. Ooh.
Them carrots are so good.
Quit.
I didn't do a thing, Mama. That is so good.
Hitting the spot, ain't it?
You know, Abby would probably appreciate a bowl of that. I have to let it cool.
I do let it cool for her and tell me to go ahead and eat it while it's so hot.
I do not.
Oh, that's your boyfriend.
Your boyfriend.
Who's that?
What? Your boyfriend, you said?
Private caller. I don't know who that is.
It is her boyfriend, I bet.
I thought it was your work at first.
My work.
Mm-hmm.
They'll send it on here first. Then they come over there. Mm-hmm.
Somebody wants some soup.
Then come get them some. We got extra. Have you got to the carrots yet?
No. If they're crunchy, you're gonna get it.
You slurped it good.
Mm-hmm. I know how I slurped it good.
Oh, mercy. Mama, you're eating it like it's good. Them carrots. Huh?
It's a little warm yet.
We're going to get to the bottom of that heat business. It heats all this food up.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's cooling down.
Yeah, I left that in my mouth good. That carrot was just about not done enough.
Was it, Mama?
Yeah.
You must have got a hold of something that's not done. Mine's perfect.
Quit being mean.
I'm not. The carrots have just got that fresh taste to them. Do I have to quit eating when you put your spoon down?
If I was royalty, you would have to.
I read somewhere when the queen quits eating and puts her spoon down, the whole family has to quit. That would just make me eat real fast.
I'd put glue on the handle so she could let it. I'm a slow eater.
They would never invite us to the royal house. I did read that.
That's probably just being polite.
When the queen quits eating.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's a rule. Mama, did you know the queen, I read this. Now, you people that are watching this from England, feel free to correct me because I'm just talking about what I read. And we love the queen. We loved the queen. She was so elegant. And I've watched all the movies about her and read books about her. And I don't know if this one's true or not, but it probably is. She had someone to break her shoes in for her.
Well, I do that. I ain't a queen. I would say, hey, try these on for a little
But I reckon there was one of the maids or whatever would wear her shoes so they broke them in so she wouldn't hurt her feet.
Well, that ain't a bad idea.
Do you think you want me to hire this man to work your shoes in?
I ain't got no new shoes in ever, so I don't guess I need.
And you don't really have to work too hard on a house shoe.
They're soft and cloth. You're looking, I got them on.
I bet the queen would.
Well, that makes twice I've hit the spoon.
I bet the queen is as noisy as you are.
I bet she ain't either.
Would you be the shoe breaker inner for the queen? I mean, would that be your title?
Well, it's a job. I just do it as anything else. I probably wouldn't like it because I don't like new shoes.
Be hard, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
hot dog and chips for me tonight. Ooh, Carol, that sounds good. The queen is not my boss. I have a king for a father. Oh, Sarita, that's nice.
Oh, what?
We do have a king for a father. I wasn't saying she was bossy. I'm just saying. I'm
Oh,
like
he
getting
was.
on what's for supper. It looks delicious. Jimmy, it is a vegetable beef soup. Just a little bit of beef that we had left over there. Hey, from Oregon, John and Mama. Hey, Sissy, how are you? Sissy Davis.
Well,
It was the Queen's personal assistant, and they had the same shoes. Susan Connor says it was her personal assistant, Mama.
well, see, that wouldn't be a bad job.
That would be me having to work your shoes in, though, Mama. Your shoes probably wouldn't be the same when I got through with them. They'd be broken, all right.
It said they had the same shoe size. So
I'm Mama's personal assistant.
Oh, you are. Look what a big old kettle of soup we got.
I know. You just can't cook little.
I could have.
Mama, them little big carrots didn't really.
Macaroni and carrots extra made it more.
That's all macaroni and carrots, according to her. Mama, you got anything you want to add?
No, I'm just eating. I haven't eaten nothing much today.
Why didn't you eat today?
My assistant didn't fix it and taste it for me.
You know what your assistant had for lunch?
Yeah, bologna crackers and pickles and something else, cheese.
Slice of cheese, slice of bologna, some saltines, and some sweet pickles. That was lunch. Breakfast was eggs and toast.
And I fixed your breakfast, I know.
With a pot of coffee all day long today. That's not bad for me, being home.
No.
Mmm. Soup's good. Time for a warm.
I'm just getting it till I could eat it.
You didn't have much, Mama.
I had enough.
Time for a warm up. Look at that whole spoonful of carrots. They're so tender. Mama, you don't have anything. We'll say good night.
Yeah. Good night. I'll say one thing. Our apple
Oh.
stuff last night was sure good flavor, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it had
I could have had that at lunch today.
well, yeah, you never thought of it.
No, I don't never think of that.
I'm going to make us some hot dog chili, I think, or fix it and we'll have us a hot dog.
When's that coming?
I don't know. You just read somebody had it and I just got to thinking about it.
Did I read hot dog chili?
Mm-hmm. Hot dogs chili and
Did I read that?
read hot dogs. I added the chili probably.
I don't remember reading hot dogs. Mama is the queen. Donna, you got that right.
Aussie coin.
Her Majesty. I call her Her Majesty sometimes. I'm probably not supposed to, but it comes out. I love it. How much snow did you get? Probably here in this area. I'm going to say we got 5 to 6, didn't you?
I didn't go out and look or check.
Just by the eyeball on the furniture. It was 5 or 6. But now some places got 10 and 12. No, 10 inches. I didn't hear no 12. They were supposed to go up to 12, but they got 10, some of them.
Bernice and them over in Knoxville got 8.5 at her house.
They got 8.5, 10. When it come north, it got a little less, I guess. All right, folks. I guess that's all we're going to do tonight is eat on this soup. Perfect weather for vegetable soup. Doug, it is. You heard that, Cheryl? Yeah. Looks real good. Keep cooking good meals. Verlaine, we're going to try. Looks delicious, Althea. Hey there from Aloha, Oregon. Hey, Linda.
Aloha, Oregon. Didn't know they had a Aloha, Oregon.
All right, we're going to go. It's been great visiting with you all. It's been the warmest part of the day.
Yeah.
Y'all stay warm, stay safe, and
Stay healthy by all means.
find you something good to eat. All right, Mama. Say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.